sleighs going with the flow. Jumping hoots, circling loop just to fit in. Making circles on the square just to fit in. Can I make it work? Can I make it work? None that I'll design, staying in the line. Can I make it work? Can I make it work? Staying in the line, none that I'll design.
Wow, Tutu! Yeah, that was such a cool song. Whose song was that?
It's my song.
You wrote it?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you write some music. But you know what? What I was more intrigued with was the lyrics behind the song.
Oh.
It had some meaning to it.
Well, you see, Yoko, I want to be a music producer.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah. You know, I want to be more than just a puppet in a box. Yeah, it's true, I tell you.
Okay, I mean, but I think you're the most out-of-the-box puppet I know of.
Yeah, but really, Yoko, really. So you see, the reason for me coming here is I thought you could help me.
Me?
Yeah. Do you have something you can tell me that can help me, you know, to do this?
I tell you what.
What?
How about I keep you in the box?
What? I ain't telling you I want to get out of the box and you're back in the box, Yoko.
Okay, just listen. I'll keep you in the box, and how about you listen to what I have to say today?
You sure this won't take long?
No, I'm on time.
Oh, okay.
Say bye.
Bye. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. What you just witnessed was the wonderful art of ventriloquism with a dash of music. Lovely, right? So I would like to begin my talk addressing Tutu's concern. But before that, how many of y'all in the audience believe that Tutu is real? Yes, few. And for those who are not, and for those whose hands are not up, of course he's real. And by that I mean he's an extension of me. Yeah, he's another facet of my personality, my alter ego. Now you see, when Tutu is in his box, right, he's lifeless. Yeah? But the moment I take him out, everybody sees he thrives and everybody sees his magic. Just like you all did, right, in the start. What if we all are like that, like Tutu, the puppet, in a box, waiting to come out of the box and show the world our wonder, right? Now you must be thinking, what box is this girl referring to? Is it that box like the... No. So the box I'm referring to is our society-drawn box, our society-drawn square, its boundaries. And whatever do I even mean by a box or a square or whatever? It's basically the society, which is people around us, okay, who make these pathways for us. And people could be family, friends, peers, parents, anybody around us. And now the moment, we say out of the box and different, you think it has to be somebody Sida and somebody who wants to go creative. It could be the other way around. Say the son of a musical genius doesn't want to do music, wants to be a doctor. Yeah, why not? Or a person who is the daughter of a sports athlete who doesn't want to do sports but wants to be an astronaut. Yeah, anything. So today let me tell you a story of the creator of Tutu, that is me, and how I found my way out of the box. I grew up in a musical artistic family, and everybody in my family, however creative they are, have all settled for very conventional, regular wala jobs, keeping their creativeness at the side like a hobby. And one thing that I want to mention over here is that I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, and the gap between my sisters and me is quite big. So while growing up, I didn't have anybody to play with, so I spend a lot of my time with my dolls, dressing them up, and, you know, making them talk, making stories with them, making silly songs, entertaining myself basically. But little did I think that this is something that, you know, when I grow up I can do, you know, for a living, something unconventional. So I very happily stuck to my, you know, square, because see, music and art was encouraged, but as a hobby. So I did all, you know, learned everything possible. But I stuck to my square, and what I did was, you know, I graduated with economics, you know, with honors from St. Xavier's College. I went on to do my master's in economics, and I landed up with a job in the bank. And I worked in the banking industry for 7 years. Yeah. Okay. So even then, through all those years, people I met, you know, professionally, and people around me used to say, "What you're doing in a bank, yeah, you're so creative." So okay, I was happy in my box, very happy. As time went by, I got married to an engineer who is also a musician and comes from a family of musicians, but all of them in that family are all doing regular wala jobs, okay? Very happy. So you see, up till now in my story, everybody around me is all, they're all stuck to their, you know, boxes. Yes, thank you. Or their squares. Yes. Now, as time went by, I had moved to Europe for a bit with my husband, and we came back when I was expecting my son. And you know, as society would have it, finding a job when you're expecting and pregnant is virtually impossible. So I used this time to start brushing up on my skills, you know, like piano, vocals, and just getting back into music. And it was during this time I realized that, I can have an alternative career, doing music, and something that I love. So you could say this was the first time I thought of stepping out of my box, right? So before I knew it, I started coaching students in Western vocals, and I was enjoying it. So different ages, you know, I just started with it. And, you know, I was doing all this while taking care of my son. And then one random day, I'm saying random, okay? My sister came to visit along with my niece and nephew, and I found myself making hand puppets to keep them occupied. And you see, when my son was born, I wanted a puppet, right? I wanted a hand puppet because I wanted to entertain him. And here was the perfect opportunity. So just like that, on this very random day, which is not random anymore, 18th of October, 2017, my first puppet, Tutu, was born. And that was my second step out of the box. And by the way, you'll be surprised to know that I celebrate his birthday every year. Yay! With cakes and balloons and everything. So now with this little fellow on my hand, not more than an inch tall, or feet tall, sorry, I started to steal giggles from my son, with my family members, you know, just have fun with it. And as I got more and more confident and I started liking it more, I began to, you know, I said one day, I just made a video. And I put it on YouTube. And I shared this YouTube video on Facebook, just like that. And this started getting attention from a lot of my friends and acquaintances, and some women I was part of a club in. You see, my journey as a singing ventriloquist and a music educator go hand in hand, right? Because I had joined this club called the Indian Women's Business Club for my business as a music educator, you know, to grow my business in that. But these ladies they happened to see this video and they were like, "This is really cool, you should pursue this professionally." I was like, "Yeah, really?" So the first step was to get an upgrade of Tutu done, a little bigger fellow. And I did that. Now, my first ever performance with him, with an unknown audience, was in fact at an event in the club. And I went with this guy, and after I finished my thing, some of the ladies came and told me, they're like, "You were a little nervous, but that Tutu, no, very confident." And this became his personality. It's like, till now, overconfident, music producer he wants to be. Very cool, I love it. So now with this guy, I began to, you know, I started doing shows, you know, small shows here, there, enjoying it. But one thing I realized across my journey, all through my journey, is that you will always find, you come out of one box, so I can't get out of the circle, but out of the box, and you'll find yourself in a new box. New squares to break. So when I did more shows with Tutu, I realized that I needed to extend my puppet family. So I got in Froggy Dupont, Zola, oops, oh, you have to do that, Grandma Dolly, Feather the Flamingo. And I started developing their voices and their personalities, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Then that lockdown came, right? Everybody knows. So with lockdown, just in the beginning, I was approached by this Hangama, okay, to do my act because it was very different and cool. They were having this mega concert to raise funds for daily wage workers. And they said, you have to do this, but you have to do original, you can't do cover. I said, okay. So here, boom, another square, another box to break. I was like, okay, chalo. I made a simple song and with my knowledge of music, and I was pretty happy. So now this act was so original that it got, yeah, that was a song. We'll be just fine. Tutu is very optimistic here, as always. This song got featured in the international music magazine, Rolling Stones, because it was so cool and different. Now, all through lockdown came with its different challenges, but with these challenges came opportunities to grow and to explore. So I started getting more creative, started being more visible. And in these dark times, I chose to take ventriloquism and share it across the world. Everybody was connected virtually. And bring this joy of ventriloquism with comedy and music, not only to kids, but adults too. Now, I said this before, I'll say it again. Life will always have some challenges, some boxes to break. And one such beautiful challenge that I encountered was that I was blessed with motherhood for the second time. And this too, when I was at the peak, everything was opening up and I was at the peak of my popularity as a singing ventriloquist. And, I started getting offers and opportunities. Oh, from here, you're so cool, blah, blah. But I had to prioritize between motherhood and taking up those opportunities. But TK, I totally enjoyed time with my baby. So to sum it all up, you'll see like, okay, a lot of squares that I've broken. I would like to say this, that life will always have multiple squares, multiple boundaries that you'll have to break. And you just have to focus on one thing, that is your main goal. Just look at that. And also realize that these boundaries and these boxes which you have to keep breaking will always make you uncomfortable. But I would like to end by saying this quote by Brian McGill, who says that whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity for growth. Right? Now, on a very lighter note, we ended on a very heavy note. Let me get out my friend.
Hey, Yoko.
What? I'm getting you out.
Not me.
Then who?
The green guy.
Green guy? Sorry, I just need to get this sorted. Which green guy is referring to? Okay. Oh, you're here. Okay, interesting. I didn't know you've come.
Oh, what are you doing, Yoko?
Sorry.
Hello. Oh, hi. Oh, fancy. Nice.
Okay. You want to sit?
Yes.
Can you tell everybody what's your name?
My name? You don't know my name?
I know your name. They don't know your name.
Oh, it's Froggy Dupont. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay.
You know, Yoko, I don't want to take too much of your time.
Yes.
But while you were giving your very inspirational talk, I was writing a song.
Oh.
Yes, you see, you inspired me to write a little song.
A little song.
Yes. Can I please sing it?
Okay, can he sing it? Yeah, why not?
Music? Hello? Can you see me? A little less echo. Thank you. Living in the moment, but waiting for a time. Piling on the questions and clouding up my mind. Can I make it happen? Do I have what it takes? Should I take it it step by step and make a few mistakes. Take it step by step, right? Make a few mistakes. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Wow. So, is this what you do for a living? No. Then, I'm an engineer. Why? Well, you see, my parents are engineers, my grandparents are engineers. Like, okay, wait. I really think you should consider being a singer-songwriter. What? Really? Yeah. Wasn't that song good? Really? Oh, I give it a thought, huh? Okay. And you know what? I think I have a brilliant idea. You can collaborate with Tutu. Oh, Tutu, yes. And I think you all will work wonders together. But can you ask him for me? You can ask him yourself. Come on, Yoko. Okay. I'll send him out. Sure. You want to say bye to them? Yes, sir. Bye. Tutu?
Yes, I'm coming out. Woo, hello. Oh, what's that thing? Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, you didn't click all this? No.
Okay.
That was so good, Yoko. Your talk, oh my gosh, so inspirational. Oh, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Sure? Yes. I am more inspired. I'm so inspired, Yoko. You know, I'm so excited to do this. The music producer thing. Yes. And you know what? You can actually collaborate with Froggy, and I think you all will really rule the world. True. Yes, that's a great idea. But Yoko, before you say bye to this wonderful audience, yeah, can we just sing a song together? Sure. Which song? This song is actually by two very close friends of mine. It's called Thank You for Each Smile. Oh, you know, because Yoko, you bring so much of smiles to me, right? And I think you bring smiles to me too and everyone. It's with you I can do it. Sure. Yes, you need me. So can we have the last song? Oh, oops. Okay. You good? Yeah. Every time I hear from you, I smile a little more. And every time you sing a song, sunshine streams through my door. Each merry note, each happy tune brings joy right back in. That happy feeling overflows and drowns the tears within. So thanks to you, oh my dear friend, my tears they stopped for a while. And I just want to say thank you for each smile. The world is dark and dull sometimes, and silence threatens to ensnare. And in these times when all seems lost, it's just nice to know you're there. With melody and harmony, you fill each empty space. With song and music, you reach out an abundance of His grace. So thanks to you, oh my dear friend, my fears they stopped for a while. And I just want to say thank you for each smile.